Yeah, body's fine. Feel great. Like, I only played 30 minutes, and it was, as much as it was quite attrition, it was quite slow as well in the conditions. So it wasn't like meters were low enough at a stage I got on, and we didn't play too many phases other than when Jordan scored that try. So I feel good. Trained hard last week with a lot of the returning internationals. So getting back into the swing of the Leinster structures and calling systems, and it's good to be home, and it's exciting time for the club. Obviously, a disappointing result in the weekend, but I think the lads can be proud of their efforts that they put in, and now it's all about flicking the page and focusing fully on Saturday afternoon, which is going to be a massive day for the club. And I think we have a bit of a point to prove after disappointing performance in the weekend, but it'll be a good game. They have a massive point to prove, and now you've got the added likes of Geordie and stuff who's playing well and slotted into the environment up there. Coetzee at 8, who's back from injury the last few months, and I think he's really the driving point behind that pack, along with McCluskey in the back line. Two really powerful lads who lead the line for them, and the stats defensively and offensively. So I think what's happened in the past isn't massively relevant. We spoke about it earlier. They went down to Munster, to Thomond Park a few years ago, and put in an amazing shift and rolled Munster over home and in a quarter final, and not a lot of people thought they'd do it. So we know we have it in them. I know that's a good few years ago, but this shows the mentality of the club that they're going to fight for every inch, and we know it's going to be a massive game for us. We know how difficult it's going to be, and we know if we're not at our best, that they'll come down and they'll put us to the sword. So it's all about getting our basics nailed on, the detail early on in the week, and building towards a massive 80 minutes. It's going to have to be hugely physical to get over the line and make sure we get the result we need. They've put in some fantastic performances over the last few months in Europe, especially. Even to go over the Scarlets and get the win is huge. It's not something we were able to do in the early stages of this season. So they've had some massive scalps. Obviously, beating Racing was huge. Scarlets home and away, so they've got good form so far in Europe this year, and they're an absolute quality side across the park. And obviously, being involved with so many of the lads in Ireland, we know what they bring and the talent they have. So even though they might have probably not been where they wanted to be the last few weeks, we know that the quality of players that they have. Everyone has their different motivations, whether it be in blue or green, but the Aviva's home for us, and it's going to be a full out sellout crowd, and to feel that 50-odd thousand people supporting you means so much to myself and the lads. And whether it is in blue or green, it certainly is a massive motivator. So yeah, it's going to be great.